Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of In My Opinion, a weekly video meme hosted by WriteFromKaren.com. Hope you guys are having a good week. Hope your weekend was fun. Let's get going on this week's questions. If you could be invisible for the day, what would you do? I would love to be a fly on the wall in the White House, just so I could listen to the politicians debate about whatever the hot current issue is, and listen to the reasons they give for the decision that they make. I am not a big fan of this current administration, and a lot of what they do doesn't make sense to me, but I'm sure there's more to the story. I'm sure there's a lot of things that the public does not know, and they can't tell us for various reasons. So I think I would just love to listen to them talk about the issues and to get their side of the story. If nothing else, just to try to understand some of the ridiculous decisions they make, because I just don't get them at all. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. But like I said, there's so much more to the story that we probably know. But anyway, would love to wander the halls of the White House and listen to all the different conversations and the debates that probably happen within those walls. And I don't know. Maybe I would like this administration a little more if I understood where the hell they're coming from. I'll just be honest. The next question, what household project have you been putting off? Well, I think our next big household project that Kevin and I would like to tackle, and when I say Kevin and I mean Kevin. I'm the support system. I'm the cleanup girl. I clean up after all the things that he does. I would like to remodel the bathrooms. Our bathrooms are getting old and nasty, and it makes me sound like a poor housekeeper, which, hey, you know, if the shoe fits. Our tub is gross. I mean, it's just gross. I clean it, of course, but it's scarred and stained, and I don't know how old that tub is. We've been in the house for 18.5 years. I don't know when that was first put in. Our house is like 30, 40 years old. But it's time for a change. The caulk has come off, and I know water has gotten back behind the walls, and I know it's probably rotting, and I worry about that thing falling through the floor into the crawl space because it's got to be bad back behind those walls. So I would love to be able to remodel those bathrooms and upgrade them and modernize them and what have you. So, but you know, that's going to cost money, and I don't know. Kevin could do it. Don't get me wrong. I know he could do a good job, but he doesn't have the time. I mean, he's working, and he's, you know, trying to build his business and everything. So the man doesn't have a lot of time to do things like this. So in order to hire some people to come in there and do it quickly, in and out, basically, it's going to cost us some money. So we're throwing around the idea right now of tackling that next, because it really needs to be done, and we're just going to have to try to budget for it, because, you know, I don't want to end up taking a shower from the crawl space. So that would not be fun. Did you watch the royal wedding, and what were your thoughts? Well, not to insult anyone that got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the royal wedding, but you all are crazy. I'm not going to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and watch a couple of people get married. No, I don't think so. But I did watch it. I watched the video on Yahoo, and it was interesting. Don't get me wrong. It was very interesting. Amusing to watch all the women come in and out with those insane hats on. Apparently, I read somewhere that Kate gave them like a 22-page pamphlet, etiquette pamphlet, on what they could and couldn't do, and it was strongly suggested that they wear hats, and it was considered an insult if they didn't wear a hat. I don't pretend to know what the British, I don't know, customs etiquette are, but some of the hats those ladies wore, wow, you wouldn't catch me dead in one of those babies. But you know, I'm not a big fashion plate. I'm pretty standard, low-key, boring, solid color kind of gal. So watching those women walk in with some of those hats was just like, I was horrified for them, actually. But, you know, whatever. It was a beautiful wedding. I personally cannot imagine what it must be like to have 2 billion people glued to their TVs watching your every expression and listening to every word you utter and criticizing what you're wearing. And I just cannot imagine the scrutiny. Wouldn't that just be... I can't, no way. There's no way I would ever want to do that. My family teases me and says, you should run for president, Karen. Blah, blah, blah. Are you crazy? No way. I would never want to put myself or my family in that kind of situation where we're scrutinized and everything we do is front page news. And I just can't imagine living like that. It'd be like living under a microscope, you know. And I tweeted something to that effect the other day, and about how I can't imagine living the life that they're living. And this one guy responded and said, well, considering they've got all these castles and nannies and servants and money and blah, 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 you know, I'm sure they'll be just fine. Dude, it's not about the material possessions. It's about being a human being and not being able to do anything without being criticized and ridiculed and, you know, followed around with cameras and microphones. And what kind of life is that? I don't know. I feel sorry for him. I really do. But I wish him the best. I hope it works out. I really do. They seem like really great people. I really got tickled when I watched them exchange vows and they kind of exchanged amused looks. I thought that was really cute. It reminded me of me and Kevin's, our wedding. We did the same thing because we were like, oh my gosh, is this going to ever get over? These songs are lasting forever and let's get a move on. So, I don't know. I liked their humor. I liked how they felt. They looked like they felt pretty comfortable with each other. You know, and after dating for so many years, how could you not be? But anyway, I don't know. Those are my thoughts on the royal wedding. I don't get into celebrities. I don't really care that much. To me, they're people that happen to be in the limelight, and I feel sorry for them. I've always felt sorry for celebrities, high-profile, famous people that just can't get a break. They can't do anything without people barking at them, and I don't know. I would never want to put myself or my family through that, but that's just my opinion. Hey. Okay, guys, those are the questions for this week. Have a wonderful week. Talk to you next week. Bye.